So this year in Ireland was a bit of a significant year. Does anybody know why? Well, yes. Yeah, true. I was going to talk about the football later on, but that's something I could talk about all night now. But apart from the football, this year in Ireland was a bit of a significant year because it was the 100-year anniversary of the 1916 rebellion, 1916 Easter Rising. And what was the 1916 Easter Rising? Well, it was a rebellion that took place that eventually led to the independence in Ireland. And this year in Ireland was the 100-year anniversary of it, and there was beautiful stories that were told, and it was a terrific time to be in Ireland. I don't know if anyone was in Ireland for it, but it was just a great time to be Irish. And it was one of these times where I've never seen a time period like it, where it fell very shortly. I mean, we all have the one day a year anywhere where the whole world turns green. This was, we were lucky that the anniversary fell very shortly after St. Patrick's Day. So it was just this one time after the other of just Irish flags everywhere. I've never seen as many Irish flags in Ireland. And people were just happy and proud to be Irish. And the government, in fairness, I think, celebrated it properly. And they celebrated it by focusing on the arts. Something that Ireland has, you know, the land of saints and scholars, been very well known for in the past. You know, we've had Seamus Heaney, Oscar Wilde, James Joyce, leaders in literature. And that's what they focused on this year. And they focused on, you know, there were plenty of beautiful songs that were sung and stories that were told and dances that were danced. And it was one festival after the other. And a lot of beautiful stories were told, such as the next one, which was one about a man called Joseph Mary Plunkett, who was one of the leaders in the rebellion, and he was sentenced to death afterwards. And he was engaged at the time to a lady named Grace Clifford. And what they did was, because he was engaged, the night before his execution, they brought Grace Clifford into the prison, and they got married the night before in the chapel in the prison. And there wasn't a song that was written at that time about it, but years afterwards, a man called Jim McCann put a beautiful song to the story that was. And it's very simply known as Grace. And for the year that was in it, we couldn't leave it out.